Hey y'all, out here at Griffey's Hot Rods and Restorations, and they've got the FJ done, and I'm so excited to bring it to you. The R&D work still into the future, so taking it off-road and seeing what it'll do, that's going to come in future videos. Today I just want to see what the finished product looks like, so let me run Larry down and we'll take a look at this thing. Larry, how are you, brother?
Doing great, Scotty. How you doing?
I'm better than you.
Good, good.
That voice is rolling now.
Well, we're trying to get through this. I've had a little laryngitis, so we're going to try to do the best we can with it.
So nobody say, get Larry a microphone, I can't hear him. The man's got laryngitis and he's still going to shoot a video with me. Finally got it done, eh? I say finally. I mean, it's just one of those things. It's been close for the last few weeks.
Yeah, we've got it down to the point that it's drivable and runnable, and we're going to take it over to the little Cabin Fever car show here in Knoxville this weekend and put it in our booth. So we still got to get it out and do the road testing, a lot of road testing, and put it in the woods, of course, and
right.
Put it through its paces and, debug it and do that sort of thing. But yeah, it's a poster, and it's basically 99% finished.
Aesthetically, it's finished.
Yes.
Now we just got to do some R&D work
That's
on it.
right.
And that'll be fun, but that's going to be down the road a month or so.
Right.
Because right now, you're slammed.
Yeah, we've been very busy.
Covered up.
Last week or two, so.
Right. And the cool thing is, this was in your booth last year at Cabin Fever, but it was just the body and the chassis, right?
Yeah, it was in bare metal. Everything kind of, part of it fabbed up. We didn't have, everything finished on the fabrication part of it, but we had the body and chassis together and some of the stuff done. But we've done a lot of changes and a lot of updates and making everything a real vehicle out of it since then.
Right. How did the build go in the end?
Worked out real well.
Yeah. Was it more of a challenge than you thought it would be, or?
Well, the first time you do anything like this, it's always a challenge. Of course, a lot of the stuff we do is one-off on everything anyway. But,
right.
Yeah, if we were doing another one, things would go a lot different, a lot better. We made a lot of changes to this, just like you do with a vehicle, where we added to the tops of the doors and we cut the windshield down and we, did all that to try to get a better shape on the top and get a better looking top than they use on some of the other vehicles that use this body.
Now, there's not a one on the street that has a four-door, though, right?
There is not one that was produced. This is, of course, a replica of a Toyota FJ, about a 78 model.
Right.
But they actually never made the four-door type body with that tail end on it. They made a station wagon type of vehicle at one time. Okay. But they never made this. This is actually... Normally these are right here, and this door is not in here, but...
Cool. Open that door, let me see inside. Holcomb did the interior.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he rocked it. Yeah. And then you went with bed liner. And that's got drain plugs underneath these floor mats, so you can just wash it out.
Yeah, we've got to finish. That's one of the things we do have to finish up on. It's not quite done. We did a console and cup holders in the front, with real deep access for them, so you can put coffee cups or Cokes or whatever in it, and it not be splattered when you're rocking around. And we put an armrest deal here, and this has got all your controls in it for your air ride, or not your air ride, but your hydraulic system to raise it. This thing has a full hydraulic system to raise it 4 inches to go off road. We also did cup holders in the back.
Did you go with the back seat back there? You did. I haven't seen that yet. Oh, cool. Oh, that's nice. Does it fold down?
Yes, it does. We haven't got everything finished on that part of that right there, but yes, it does fold down.
Now, Steve also put some kind of, I think, rubber or something under the material on these seats so they can be washed out, right?
Yeah, these seats, what he did, the owner wanted cloth seats as opposed to vinyl.
Right.
But he fully intends to take it off-road and use it in the woods and play with it and get it dirty and, get mud in it and whatnot. Right. So with that said, we made all the carpets and stuff to where it's relatively easy to pick them up, set them out, throw them out on the ground, go do your thing, come back with the idea that you're going to wash all this out.
Right.
Well, or if you've got the top off of it, which the top comes off of this,
right,
removable, that cloth removable top or vinyl, then you could get wet. It could get rained on. So we come up with the idea of, with vinyl seats, you don't have too much worry about the foam getting soaked and staying wet.
Right.
Because it shields a certain amount of it off. But when you put cloth on it, then it goes through, and if this gets saturated, it's going to take it
forever.
24 hours or 48 hours to dry out.
A week later,
and
you might
you
get
got
a white
mildew
bed.
problems.
Right,
and
that's a big thing, mold.
So what we decided to do, there's actually a vinyl seat cover. Every piece of this interior, all these pieces, when laid out, cut all the patterns for the seats. He cut one out of cloth, and he cut another one out of vinyl. And he took the vinyl piece and glued a 1/4-inch piece of foam to it, a real thin piece of foam.
Right.
And then he secured down the cloth on top of it, and then sewed all the seams together. So there's actually a complete, if you took this cover off and flipped it over, it's vinyl on the back side.
I got you.
The only thing that is there is a 1/4-inch piece of foam, so if that gets wet, it'll dry out,
No time.
As soon as the sun pops out, it'll be dry.
Right.
You take a heat gun, just warm it up and dry it right out.
Right.
And it don't go through to the 3-inch piece of foam.
That's right.
So that was the whole idea with that.
No, that's a good idea. Because, yeah, I mean, that's the whole idea, is to use this thing. This isn't like a street ride. It's going to be on a trailer. Wow.
But we did a lot of things to facilitate the usage of it, such as put pull bars.
Right.
So you got to get in it, you can place the pool. We also put them right here.
Oh,
Another one right here.
I got you.
It's got 4 interior lights all the way around. Steve made all these panels up here out of plastic and covered them all in vinyl to finish everything off like a late model vehicle with the speakers.
It smells new. It smells like something right from the dealership, right on the showroom. No, and it looks like that. I mean, it's not a hack job. We knew that wouldn't be the case. This looks like something that Toyota would roll out. And then you got, it's an automatic?
Yes, it is.
It's an automatic, and those are your differential levers there.
That's correct.
Okay.
That's your low and high side for your fronts, but front and low, and rear and low, and front and high, and rear and high.
So you can lock all 4 of these up. So
Yeah,
they'll all 4 of them will turn.
Oh yeah, it's Atlas transfer case.
Wow. Well built. And then the air tank, you've checked that. It works out well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's to fill up the tires.
Yeah. Or anything else.
Right,
you wanna
right.
use it
Yeah, yeah,
for.
yeah.
We've got connector back here where you can plug our hose in right here.
I see
Quick
that.
disconnect, so
Right.
you don't have to do nothing but just like an air
Pop it
hose
in.
on the shop.
Right.
And plug your deal in, air up your rear one. We got one on the front, air up the front. Or if you wanted to, use an air tool, whatever.
That's right. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. You could do that too.
Broke
Right.
down on
Right,
in
yeah.
the woods, and you got your tools with you. You could run a grinder, an air tool, or whatever.
Holds quite a bit of air,
Yeah,
I would
it
think.
does. It does. It
Yeah.
takes quite a while to air that tank up. It's that tank is the whole right frame rail, which is 4 inches tall and 2 inches wide, and it's an airtight tank with all. We put bungs and everything in it where we had to go drill through it, so everything became airtight. And yeah, it does. It does a good job.
And it'll hold an enormous amount of pressure, I would think.
Yeah.
I mean, you could pump it till your compressor wouldn't pump no more.
Yeah.
Cool. Full-size
Yeah,
spare.
it's got a full cut off on it. When it pumps up to 150 psi, it cuts off automatically.
Oh, okay.
Down and cut back on as long as you got the switch on.
Man, this thing is just awesome, brother. And I'm more about cars than I am off-road, but I have been excited to see this thing finished. And the owner, he's pretty excited?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's real tickled.
I bet.
He's real tickled with everything.
Cool.
So far,
And what does this do in the back? Does this tailgate fling or
Yeah,
like a
actually-
barn door? Or?
Actually, this comes out. This is your spare tire, of course, and it comes around here like this.
Oh, wow.
And then this is a storage cavity in here that you can
Lock.
we'll line that with rubber inside on the bottom side so it don't put dents in it, but you can put various things in there, jackets or rain gear or
Tools.
gloves, tools, whatever you want to put in there. And then we've got 2 more cases that we built back here that are locking. See the locks back here?
Right, I got you.
Built one on this side that that locks so that you can put, if you wanted to go in the woods and you wanted to secure a gun or something, you have a locking case back here to secure it in. And if you were going to camp and you wanted it for safety or whatever,
Right.
put a pistol in there or whatever.
Cool. Yeah.
And then of course, as you've seen in the earlier videos, that seat will fold forward, and then this unbolts right here and flips forward and exposes all of the hydraulics, the hydraulic pumps under here, the air pumps under there, all your lines, all your fittings, your shocking mechanism and the counter levers and everything that operate it to go up and down.
So that operates on hydraulics, though.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
It's got hydraulics, ram cylinders, and what it does, you're not jacking it up on the ram cylinder. It's got coilovers. It's got Fox Off-Road Racing Shop coilovers and everything on it. And what we're doing with the hydraulic system is, if this is your shock here, and this is your mounting point for your shock, we have a hydraulic ram on this side, and what it's doing, it's pivoting in here on bearings, and we're actually jacking this up, which pulls this down, and raises the vehicle. What you're doing is dropping the mounting point
Okay.
for the shock, which when you drop the mounting point, you raise the vehicle.
And it raises the whole vehicle from back here.
Well, you got one on each corner.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So it raises,
I got you.
all four raises up. And so
No, very nice. I like that steering wheel. I like everything about this thing. This is just way cool. Let's look under the hood, can we?
sure.
What are those for on the hood?
These are pullbacks to where if you pull your windshield down,
Oh,
it
wow.
locks in.
Oh, it folds down too. How cool is that?
It will, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the easiest thing to operate as far with the top and all, but yes, it does. Pull down.
Man, I love how you painted the motor same color as the whole thing, whole car. That's awesome, man. Look how clean that is underneath there. Kind of got a
Still
street
some
rat effect to
cleaning
it.
and detailing to do on it for the show, but yeah, it's done up just like we would do a straight rod or a restoration or whatever. He wanted it brand new vehicle and everything to look that way, and we tried to keep everything like a production type vehicle to where it's not got chrome on it. It's got anodized finishes. It's got black. It's we kept everything to where it's more like you would see on a new vehicle if you opened the hood on it.
Just a lot less clutter.
Yes.
That's what I was talking about. It's a little dusty, you got to clean it. But I'm saying that, like you said, it's like a street rod, and that you cleaned a lot of this stuff up and routed it right so that it doesn't look like a big mess up underneath here.
Right.
No, nice job, man. And that's a 350 that's in it?
That's a Ramport 350. It's a 400 foot-pounds torque, 350 horsepower, 350 cubic inch Chevrolet motor. It's got the factory roller rocker arms on it. It's actually for marine applications, so it's a high torque, high horsepower motor for marine applications. It's a brand new crate motor.
Cool. Can you make it go up and down so we can see that work?
Sure.
It's up now, right?
No, actually,
It's down now. Let's give people an idea how that works. Man, that thing is cool, guys. I mean, if you're into off-road and you're a four-wheeler, you got to be loving this thing. I like the color. Holcomb rocked the roof, how he put that convertible top on there. It looks just like something you get from the factory. And that's the key with something like this, is to make it look like it could have come from the factory. Like that, you get 4 more inches of ground clearance. Nice. Larry, you've done a heck of a job. I know you didn't do it all. Let's give a shout out to the other people that worked on this thing.
Yeah, Kevin Griffey did a lot of the fabrication work and everything on the vehicle, chassis setups and various stuff. And of course, Jeff Harlow that works for me did a lot, and Brandon Herron that works for me did a lot of the body work and the various stuff on it, and making it all come together.
Right.
So yeah, it's joint effort.
Yeah, I mean, because it's not just Griffey working by himself, folks.
No.
He's a heck of a guy, hard worker, don't get me wrong, but I don't think he can do all this alone. And then you had to sub some stuff out, exhaust and interior, things like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Interior went to Steve, of course. Exhaust went to Greg at Car Care Muffler.
What's the name of that color?
That one there is off of it's a Call of Bronze. It's off of a 2012 Range Rover.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Color that we used on it. Picked that out. We locked that off well.
No, I do too. I like the color combination. It fits it well. It's not flashy. It's just cool looking. No, y'all rocked it, man. Very nice job, Larry. When do you think we're going to start tearing it up?
Probably in the spring. He's probably
Okay.
gonna around the 1st of March. We'll get it in the woods, or middle of March or something when they get some decent weather. And he may take it before then. We're going
Right.
to get it out and do some testing, and we're going to take it out and do some light woods work with it and see how everything actually functions and what we have to go back and readjust and change and do
Right.
what. And we know right now we're going to do some spring changes on it. We're going to change the springs, different rate on it, but. Hopefully all of that will come about, and he'll be using it in April, I'm sure, taking it to Royal Blue and
Cool.
all the different places that you take these vehicles to.
Right. Is he big into that?
He's got a Jeep now that he uses.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's set up with big wheels and tires and all that. And he don't get them on the rock walls and
Right.
take a chance on flipping them over backwards or nothing. But he likes to go out in the woods and put them through the mud. He
Right.
don't have any problem with putting them in the mud.
Right. Says the builder with his fingers crossed. Yeah. I know. What are you going to do, right?
It
You
is.
just build them, right?
Hey, that's what he wanted to do from the beginning. He has no intentions of doing anything different now.
Cool. Well, brother, it may be a few months, but we're going to see, we'll see at least one more video of this on some R&D work they're doing. It actually performing. Like I said, it runs, it starts, it drives. I know you got, 100 miles on it?
Probably about 50.
50?
Yeah.
So they've had it out a little bit, but like I said, when you design and you build a vehicle like this basically from scratch, getting it done, getting it to this point is just 3/4 of it. Now it's got to be fine-tuned, and nobody really knows how any of this stuff is going to work until you get out there in the field and test it out. So you got one more to look forward to, but I was excited to bring it to you when it was aesthetically done, when you'd be able to see what it looked like, because I know we've been trying a year. I think that actually,
Yep.
down there at Cabin Fever last year is when we first saw it. So here it sits. If y'all are local, make sure you get out to Cabin Fever this weekend and check this thing out in person. It's really impressive. And Larry, as always, brother, thanks so much for letting me come out.
Thank you, Scotty. We appreciate you coming out.
No problem. Folks, there you go. Four-door custom FJ by Griffey's Hot Rods and Restorations. Hope y'all have enjoyed it. Have a good day. See ya.